Woman, I know you ain't record over my clips. I need them for my video. Oh, there you go.
Michael,
He picked it up and then he
but he didn't touch it with both hands.
Yeah,
That's the thing. You think so, Michael? Michael, I didn't see two hands on him, Michael. Yeah. But I believe you.
I finally did it, family. Your old Uncle Ned's list of the top NBA players of all time. Your top 10 and then some. Let's kick it off with almost. Up first, we got Allen Iverson. The answer, woo, I remember hooping at some questions back in my day. You know what I'm talking about? Them shoes was the bomb. Yagas all over Tyloo with the step over. So disrespectful, but you love it. Oh, was that the GOAT? That's Allen Iverson. Up next, we got probably the best European player of all time. Yagas. So far, Luka, hit these Yagas. Came into the game with the old man game. Never faltered. Top 10 all-time scoring. Brought my Mavs championship in 0-11. Yeah, I said 0-11. Dirk. Then we got KD. Nobody needs highlights, but he's almost there. He just got to keep going. We got Kawhi. Got a couple championships. No MVP, but he almost there too. He's a hell of a player. Then we got Bill Russell, the legend himself. If championships was the only criteria, he would be number one. Look at all these anti-Yagas. Boy, get that out of here. Kept it in play. He prided himself on blocking it inbound so we can go the other way with it. He was a master. Top 5. Up next, we got what many call the most dominant player of all time. Scored 100 points in one game. Wilt the Stilt. One thing I did not know until I watched these HD highlights I pulled out of the old attic. This man had a fade for the ages. Look at this. Yaga, the little double clutch. Glass, Yagas. Glass, Yagas. Nobody can stop him. Glass, Yagas. Not even Bill Russell himself. Glass, Yagas. You know what I'm talking about? Will. Guaranteed top 5. Woo! Then you got Wardell Stephen Curry, the greatest shooter of all time. You know, he has to crack the top 10. And up next, we got Larry Legend. What a time to be alive in the 80s when him and Magic were going at it. For some reason, nowadays when there's a good white player, everybody wants to compare him to Larry Legend. And here you see why. All the tricks, one-legged fade shots, drives, Yagas. Didn't care. One of the best competitors of all time, champion. He's in the top 10. You can't talk about Bird without talking about Magic. They go hand in hand. Bird versus Magic ran the 80s. Showtime Lakers. Best pure point guard of all time, in my opinion. Magic's in that top 10. Then you got Kareem, the all-time leader scorer. He's almost for me. And up next, we got Hakeem the Dream Olajuwon. He dominated so many centers in his prime. Couple championships to his name, and to this day, people still go to Hakeem to help him with their post game. That's how good you know he was. When people today go say, hey, Hakeem, can you help me with my game? He slides into the almost for me. Tim Duncan, the big fundamental. 2-time MVP, 5 championships, all kind of defensive accolades. He's top 10 for sure. Shaq Diesel. Probably the second most physically dominant player of all time. He's definitely in the top 10. Top 3 time. Oh, yeah. You know we have to have the Mamba in there. He better be top 3 on everybody's list. Might get emotional talking about him, but I remember watching him, 96, McDonald's All-American game. I'm like, who is this kid, number 33 for Lower Merion? I like him. I like his mentality. I like how he plays. Little did I know he would capture my heart for the next 20 years. R.I.P. Mamba, one of the greats. Top 3. All right, family. Top 2 in no particular order. We got LeBron James. There's never been a player in history with as much hype around him before he ever played an NBA game than LeBron James. He was labeled the chosen one, and he's lived up to all that and more. He's on pace to become the NBA's all-time leading scorer this year. Multiple MVPs, multiple championships with different franchises. Can't discredit what he's done. Quit hating him. But for now, there can only be one, and that one is...
Michael, he picked it up and then he but he didn't touch it with both hands. Yeah, that's the thing. You think so, Michael? 55 hits, 2 to come. Michael, I didn't see two hands on him, Michael. Yeah. But I believe you.
This man at the time did things that nobody had ever seen on the court before, which was ingrained in the generations upon generations that he was the greatest ever. Almost like what Bill Russell and Wilt used to be. As time moves on, will people forget and move on to somebody else and say they are the GOAT? Time will tell.